What's up, beautiful jellyfish? It's Tracy. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. Do you like drawing cards in Magic? I like drawing cards in Magic. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. We're going to be talking about some pretty freaking awesome drawing cards in blue. This is part 1. We're going to do part 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9 later on in the future, but today we're going to be talking about stuff. Yeah, I'm going to be doing this for like all the colors in Magic. Blue just has a soft spot in my heart because, let's be real here, I'm a blue mage and I like drawing cards and controlling the game. So yeah, let's talk about the first card on this list. Is Dig Through Time. Oh my gosh, look, it's a picture! Ha, look, I fixed things. I'm really bad with technology, but I fixed things. Okay. Dig Through Time and I are in a deep, committed relationship. Shh, don't tell John. Listen, let me tell you how awesome this card is. So, not only for 2 mana, pretty much, do you get to look at the top 7 and pick 2 of them, for 2 mana, at instant speed. Yeah, sounds good, right? Not only do you get to do that, you get to exile things from your graveyard. Do you want to know why this is really useful? Say someone's like, I'm gonna target your thing with Animate Dead or whatever. You're like, cool story, bro. Exile it. I actually did that. Like, I had a Temporal Trespass in my graveyard and my boyfriend's like, target it with whatever. And then I was like, Dig Through Time. I was like, so not only did I get to exile stuff, I got to look at the top 7 and pick 2 of them and put them to my hand. Super good. Love this card. Card's nuts. Then we have Treasure Cruise, because sometimes in life you just gotta go on a treasure cruise, and sometimes you really need to like draw 3 cards for 1 mana. Sounds really sweet. Do you like that? I like that. I think that sounds really good. I'm a huge fan of Treasure Cruise. I haven't drawn it. I am so bummed. I haven't drawn this card in my Tasker deck and I'm really sad. It's so fun. Card is great. Number 3 on the list, a card that synergizes well in a deck when you draw a lot of cards, and that is Chasm Skulker. Because you draw a lot of cards, and it doesn't make you draw cards, but it's super good in like blue decks where you're like, hey, I don't really have a lot of threats because I'm just controlling the game. Chasm Skulker is like, every single time you draw a card, you get a +1/+1, and then when it dies, you get squids. That's cool. I don't actually know why I put Chasm Skulker on the list because you don't actually draw cards with it, but it's this card that synergizes with blue card draw, so yeah, that card's really good and I like it a lot. Phone, stop ringing. Stop. Need you to calm down. Need you to calm down. Okay. I have a lot of energy right now, so we're talking super hype Tracy. Okay, then we have Arcanis. Okay, so not only does Arcanis let you draw 3 cards for just a tap ability, I like that. Doesn't die to lightning bolt, that's cool. So not only does that happen, but you can bounce it back to your hand. So if someone kills it, you're like, Nobby, bounce it back to my hand. Arcanis don't go away. Card is nuts. I like it. Okay, one of my all-time favorite cards ever is Mulldrifter. So Mulldrifter is super great because it's a creature stapled onto 1 that goes to your graveyard. So it synergizes like super well with something like Dig Through Time, or if you're on like that green Eternal Witness strategy, which is like what I like to do, you're like, bring back my like Mulldrifter or whatever, you know, it really needs to draw 2 cards. On top of that, it's a creature, so sometimes you just like hard cast it. So theoretically, you're paying 2 mana to get a 2/2, which is good, and then you're paying 2 mana to draw 2 cards, or I guess like 3 mana to draw 2 cards. Sounds good to me. I like that. It's really good. Nice blocker, nice attacker, whatever you need it to. I like it. Okay, another one of my all-time favorite Magic cards. Factor Fiction. So Factor Fiction is like really nuts for a lot of reasons. You look at the top 5 cards. If you're on that whole like graveyard synergy where you're bringing things back from your graveyard, or you need things in your graveyard so you can like cast your digs easier, your treasure cruise easier, that's super great. Or if you're one of those people who's like, I like things in my graveyard that I get to like recur, like me, I love doing that. So Factor Fiction is super good for that because it usually forces your opponent to be in like a super hard predicament, unless you're like me, and sometimes you're like 1 threat and then like 4 lands. That's usually how my Factor Fictions work. Or sometimes you're just like 5 threats. Here you go. And again, if you're playing that graveyard synergy where you're gonna get things back from your graveyard, it puts your opponent in like a really hard predicament because you're like, okay, well, if I put these in the graveyard, they're probably just gonna get them back, and it's instant speed. It just super good. Or if you're playing the whole like political strategy and you're like, yo, be friends with me, give me all these cards, yeah, that's super good. Love it. Then we have Brainstorm. This card's just like nuts. Like, how did this card get printed? I'm okay with it getting printed, but how? 1 mana instant speed, draw 3 cards. Just let's stop right there. Like, what? What? Do you like that? I like that. I'm like, okay, and then I put 2 of them back, put down these 2 cards that I don't want, put down these 2 cards that, like, are lands, and then fetch them away with whatever, or, like, Evolving Wilds, and then they get shuffled back in. Just major value. Just nuts. Good. I actually realized that I accidentally put Fact or Fiction on here twice. We're doing real well. So I'm gonna talk to you about... Yeah, I'll talk about a different card, I guess. Okay. This is really funny. I can't believe I did that. Okay, I'll talk about Ponder. I'm a huge fan of Ponder a lot because, you know what? It's the fact that you can shuffle your library if you don't like the 3 cards on top. So you're all just like, oh man, these 3 cards are really bad. Let's just take a gamble and then hopefully draw something really awesome. It's good card. I like it a lot. Then we have Consecrated Sphinx. I'm really bummed that I've never actually played with Consecrated Sphinx. I'm more of a Sire of Stagnation kind of girl. But Consecrated Sphinx is like super good in your like mono blue control EDH deck or like whatever deck that, you know, doesn't run black, so you can't run Sire's Nation. Or you can run both. Yo, that's nuts. I need to get myself Consecrated Sphinx and put it in Tassiger. It's on the list. Cards I need. Yeah, the card's really good, you know, casually whenever your opponent draws a card. So, like, if they're like, I'm gonna cast my own Arcanis, sweet bro, I, also draw cards. Seems good. I like it a lot. And then your favorite card and mine, no, it's actually not one of my favorite cards. I've never played with this card before. Ristic Study. This is the card that probably just annoys people the most, I think, in EDH. Cast my Soul Ring. Are you gonna pay the 1? I actually can't believe I'm honestly, like, talking about it on here because I don't even play with this card. But, you know, it's a good card draw engine. It's definitely something that's going to be Rec-Saged, but if you can even, like, have it in, like, the beginning, you know, of the game where you can cast it on, like, turn 2 and you have your Soul Ring out or something like that, or, I don't know, maybe you're a Savage and you run, like, Simian Spirit Guides or something, or the green Spirit Guide where you can exile it and get whatever you want to do, boo-boo, but, like, you're casting Ristic Study early on in the game. Yeah, card does a lot of things. It's super good. So, dude, that would be savage. If you're like, exile Simian Spirit Guide, Soul Ring, so play Soul Ring and then Soul Ring Island Ristic Study on turn 1, that'd be nuts. Yo, that'd be super cool. Moral of the story, Ristic Study is super annoying magic card, but it's a really good card. Should probably put it in some of my decks, but I don't want to be that guy who's like, you could have paid the 1. I mean, maybe I'd say it in, like, a cheerful voice, like, are you gonna pay a 1? That's not how I play EDH at all. No. Okay, there you go. That was it. That was it for talking about some blue card draw and, like, fun card advantage things. I'll probably do card advantage. Maybe I won't say card draw, I'll say card advantage, because, you know, card advantage is great. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. So, until I see you guys next time.